think you're going to win this fall?
That's the question for the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Over under win total of 7.5, over at -160, under at +130. This one has definitely gotten pushed in the direction of the over in recent weeks. Now, they annually have one of the toughest schedules in the ACC, occasionally one of the toughest schedules in the entire country. That comes from having Clemson and Georgia as annual rivals. Now, it is not as tough as it has been in the past. We don't have a Notre Dame. We don't have a few of those other conference powers that you might expect. You don't see a Louisville. You don't see an SMU. But still daunting nonetheless. What are we doing, Tom, with Mr. Run the Ball, Brent Key?
I'm a Haynes King stan. I wrote about him a couple weeks ago. I think he's one of the more underrated players in the country, but I'm slightly under here. And I mean, as good as Georgia Tech was at times last year, like especially against good teams, they played to their opponent a lot and they lost some games they probably should have won. And there was just some inconsistencies with there. And it's hard for me to shake that unless they take like a serious step forward. When I look at this schedule, you mentioned the Clemson Georgia games. I don't think they're going to win either of those. Although we've seen if they do win either of them, none of us should be surprised. But it's the games in between. Like Colorado, I don't know what the hell that team's going to look like. But it's also the first week of the season and it's on the road. So that to me is not a gimme for the Yellow Jackets. Temple's a gimme. Wake Forest on the road, I'd lean Georgia Tech. Virginia Tech at home, I'd lean Georgia Tech. Duke on the road, give me Duke. Syracuse at home, that's more of a coin flip to me. NC State on the road, coin flip. BC on the road could be a coin flip. Like I think, like, what's the win total at here? 7.5? Yeah.
7.5.
Like, I think this is like a 7-5 team again that could get to 8-4 if things work out well, and hell, could get to 9-3. It wouldn't shock me. It's just based on what I know, it's hard for me to say this team is definitely going to win 8 games. So I'm leaning under.
Danny? Chip?
You mentioned you're a Haynes King stan. I'm also a Buster Faulkner stan. The guy can absolutely draw up some ball plays in the dirt. I feel pretty good with because Haynes King's been banged up a lot. We saw that happen last year, but they have Philo coming back. This gives you somebody who's at least played somewhat before. Physicality, man. I think it wins in this sport. I'm going over. And I think like this is one of those teams. There's two that I have my eyes on of teams that could possibly be paying that isn't Miami in the ACC title game. This is one of them. So I'm on Georgia Tech on the over.
I mean, to hit the over here, assuming that we think Clemson and Georgia are losses,
Mm-hmm.
you need to go 5-2. What? At Colorado, Virginia Tech, Duke, Syracuse, at NC State, at Boston College, host Pitt. And that's assuming that Wake's again, obviously, which, at Wake, maybe it's not. Like maybe we are underestimating Wake. Like 5-2 there does feel somewhat challenging, especially to lay a price to the over here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the under with the plus money in this league more often than not, I think, especially if it's not off market. So I like Haynes King. I like the backup situation as well. And I think this team plays super hard. Like this is not a team that I would want to play alt unders on, because I do think that like they play hard for Brent Key. I think like Faulkner's a really good coach. And I think the backup quarterback situation is actually one of the better ones in the league. But with the plus money to the under, I'll go ahead and take it for now.
Also, you lose Washington. Like that's a big blow to that offense.
So
or
Eric,
Singleton, I'm sorry.
Singleton. Okay, yes, no.
They like Eric Rivers, the kid from FIU.
That's fine, but
they think that he's going to be really good, and they've got some secret sauce. Like you want to talk about locked and loaded for the broadcast on some. Did you know that Colt McCoy and were roommates? Tim Tebow and all that. Guys, we got Luke Harpring on this team. Anybody know who we're talking about here? Georgia Tech legend, Matt Harpring,
basketball,
All-American basketball player. Matt's boy. Oh, we got Matt's boy playing tight end. Oh God! Listen, I'm telling you, Matt's boy. He redshirted last year, but I think he's going to be there for you. You know, Haynes King likes to scramble around a bit, likes to extend the play. Who better than Matt's boy to be able to go up there and get it, and bring it down for a first down? Yeah, Luke Harpering in the mix at tight end. So I mean, that's the secret sauce. Got to go over when you got Matt's boy sitting there playing for Brent Key. Come on. Yeah, I think I was at the beginning of the offseason, I was very concerned about the transfer portal losses, a couple guys that they lost to graduation. I mean, Romello Height is going to be one of Texas Tech's best edge rushers, right? I mean, it was both sides of the ball in terms of key players that were lost. But I think that they're doing what really good coaching staffs do in terms of evaluating players that they can go get that are sort of in their price range, you know, shopping on the right aisle, making the right choices. I'll go with a lean to the over here for the Bees.
I will say, like, you know, we're at the personnel symposium here in Nashville, which is cool. It's essentially like the convention for all the recruiting people, because like the normal convention is like the coaching convention that they used to go to. They really can't go to it. A lot of them can't go to anymore because it's like right around like transfer portal and all the craziness. So they kind of made their own, which is a neat thing. And obviously we have the CBS offices here in Nashville as well. So it's a cool trip. Singleton came up a lot last night when I was like, all right, who's like the one piece, you know, asking like the top teams out there, like who's the one piece you wish you could have gotten, right? And Singleton came up a lot. They're like, yeah, he was really expensive and he's really good. I think he's worth it.
Cool.